Hi, friends. Um, so what was it, a month or so ago? I started a little segment I'm calling Lab Notes, which I intended to be kind of a drop in, say hello, let you know what's going on with me and what I'm working on. The first installment was actually a snippet from a interview I did, which I'm already finding is considerably easier than sitting here by myself alone in my house talking to you, but um, I'm still going to try to do it because I don't know. I think it might be cool for anyone who feels like listening to my voice and hearing what I'm about and what's happening. It is super rainy outside today in New Hampshire, and I rarely turn my Zoom camera on with my windows exposed because it's like a supernova generally. But today I'm able to do that, which is nice. So I have natural light. I don't know if you can tell, but I have some bossa nova music on in the background because I felt weird not having any music on. Hopefully you're not finding that distracting. I like bossa nova music. So what do I want to talk about? It is Leap Day. At least it will be when I publish this. And I thought that would be a fun day to do one of these. We got a little extra day served up to us in February. So I thought I'd use that opportunity to just catch you up on what's going on outside of what you see in here. So for those of you who don't know, maybe some of my newer subscribers, I am going to try to stop saying first of all, because I think I've said it 30 times already. I have a novel up on Wattpad called C. Smile, which in December won a Waddy Award, which is kind of a big deal over there. And I just said again, son of a bitch. I'm going to do it a lot. Sorry. I could edit them out. Wouldn't that be cool? Or maybe I'll do like a little bleep thing or like a, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add an animation every time I say, oh my God, that's going to be so much work. Why did I just say I would do that? I'm not going to do that. Anyways, so so Dot is doing really well over on Wattpad. She's up to 15,000 reads, which sounds like 15,000 people have read my book. That's not exactly true. It means 15,000 people have spent 5 or more minutes reading a part of my book. Still really exciting though. And every day I go in there, I see, another 5, 6, 7 people have added the book to their reading list. Lots of people are voting and commenting on it. The commentary over there is very different than it is on Substack. It's a little bit like, someone's watching a soap opera and they're just sort of throwing their thoughts at the screen. So it's a lot of, laughing and crying emojis and telling people to fuck off. And it's pretty entertaining. I don't always know how to respond to those kind of comments, but it's an interesting scene anyway. So that's going well, and I'm excited about that. I have also been serializing a second novel over there. It's called Ava Remastered, and it's actually the first novel I ever wrote. And it's given me the opportunity to revisit that book and do a little bit of revising as I'm bringing it over there. As of March 1st, which is tomorrow, that entire book will be on Wattpad and available to read for free. So I'll be probably telling you guys a little bit more about that and inviting you to read it. It's very different from C. Smile. For those of you who were uncomfortable with the steamy content of the first book, this book has considerably less of that. That might not be a selling point, I don't know, but it's a very different story, and I'm happy that it's up there. And actually I have a fun little, I'm calling it an announcement because I'm just talking at you, but there's this one woman who is very actively reading C. Smile, who as soon as I put up my second book, she jumped right on it, and that was kind of a cool thing. So I think maybe I have my first true fan. So 1 down, 999 to go, right? So that's what's happening on Wattpad. So that's all good. Oh, and I also made a fun little bonus content section for anyone who did read C. Smile. There's like an author's note there, and there's some fun sort of like an inside peek of some of how I was working, putting that story together. And a couple of people have been peeking at that. So that's sort of fun too. And I'll include links to all of this down in the notes if anyone wants to follow up. So stock fiction, that's where I am right now and what's happening with that. So my most recent post, for those of you who read it, was just kind of me letting you know that I got another job. So I've been just writing, guys, for not quite 3 years, but almost. This has been a full-time, I'll call it a gig, even though it's really just me working and not making any money. So I've just been feeling like I needed to, it's less about the money and more about needing to have something else that I'm a part of and that I'm providing for and being provided to. That was a weird sentence. But anyway, I'm going to be working at a flower shop as a designer because I used to do that way back in my 20s for a lot of years. I think 7 years. And then I was kind of on and off around the holidays. I would jump back into it. It's something I've always really liked to do. And I'm pretty good at it. So I'm going to be doing that 3 days a week, which is very manageable. And dudes, I'm going to have a paycheck, which I'm sure I'm going to blow on stupid writing shit. But you know what? That's okay. It's my paycheck and I can do that. So, so there's that. Prior to that, I wrote a couple of funny things, which was good because I hadn't written any humor pieces in a while, and that was starting to bug me. So there's a couple of those. I'll link to those in case you missed them. And prior to that, I was writing a lot of poetry. Like, if you stick with me long enough, I think you're going to find that you can sort of read my moods fairly easily based on what I'm writing. So there hasn't been a ton of fiction lately, and I'm starting to feel a little bit stressed out about that. Not really, but I do have something that I've set to writing. It's actually like a pseudo collaboration with my friend Brigitte, who writes The Muse and the Cacao Muse, both of which I will link you to. This is something we sort of jokingly came up with in an email exchange way back, and I'm going to try to write the story for her. So that'll be a fun thing for you to look forward to. It's going to be a very different style than what I've typically write. I always say that though, but it'll be fun. So I'm hoping to get that out to you in the next few weeks. That's my goal. Because the other thing, oh, wait. So yeah, there's that. This is ridiculous. So the other thing I'm working on sort of behind the scenes shakily is my podcast, for lack of a better word. And I've already decided I don't want to call it that because it's like the second you put the serious label on the thing is the second it becomes something you don't feel like you're equipped to do or can't do. So I have had an interview with my buddy Jordan Peterson. And as of this post going out, I will have had my second interview with Justin Deming. These are two gentlemen who I like and appreciate and follow consistently here. And was very excited to talk to both of them. So I'm trying to put something together that's shareable with those interviews. And I'm going to come up with a name other than podcast for what they are, because they're really just an excuse for me to talk to the people that I like on Substack and get to know them a little better. And hopefully that will let you get to know them a little better. So maybe you'll go read their stuff if you're not already. So that's that. So that's coming up too. And the big thing I wanted to let you guys know for next month, I have set myself the challenge of returning to the query trenches to find myself an agent. Honestly, for any one of my novels, I don't even freaking care at this point. I'm going out with C. Smile, even though technically it is published on Wattpad. I feel like it's my strongest story and probably the most marketable of the stories I have, but I am considering querying a second of my novels simultaneously because I'm insane. But this is a thing that I've been avoiding doing simply because I'm afraid to do it and it makes me feel icky and I don't want to have to do it. But I also know that there's that piece of my dream that involves something I made being in people's hands and on bookshelves. I'm just getting a little bit emotional, but it's fine. And so I just want something physically there. I'm going to hold up some books now because these are people that I'm following suit. Oh, you can't see it. Can you see it? This is Sam Wells' book. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? So he made this himself. Okay, there's this. These are all people that have done this already. So I'm like following in these like amazing footsteps of people that I actually know. I'm just holding these all up because it's cute. Wait, ooh. Samuel, why don't your words want to show up? This is another of Samuel's books. Admittedly, I haven't read all of these in their entirety yet. Denard, there's a bookmark in yours because I've started it. I'm working on it. So I want to get there. I want to have something that you guys can pick up and hold. And again, it's for me, it's not about the money, man. I just want to have the thing. I want to have the thing that sits on the shelf. And I know that I can't do that part by myself. I just can't. So I need help from these people that I have to somehow show that I'm amazing in a 500-word letter that hopefully they'll read and then want to read 10 pages of my book. So that's what I'm telling myself I'm going to be focusing on for the month of March. And I chose March because it is traditionally the dreariest, longest, most hideous month of the year in this part of the country. It like never ends. Also, it's a month where my children don't have any vacations or days off scheduled. So anytime that I have at home that I'm not working at my new job, I'll be focusing on that. So any encouragement you can offer is appreciated. Hey, any connections that you can hook me up with, also appreciated. If you know somebody, you know, in the biz, or if you're agented and you happen to know that your agent also reps young adult novels, send that info my way because I need all the help I can get. So I think, is that everything I wanted to talk to you about? I think so. I have no idea how long this ended up being. Maybe I'll chop it into bits. I'll definitely add some fun animation and silliness to it because I like to do that kind of thing. So you guys are great. Thank you for listening. This got progressively less weird the longer I sat here in front of the camera. And I just had this moment where I was like, oh shit, was I even recording? And yes, I was. So that's it for now. Happy leap year or leap day, I guess they call it. And good luck with your March. I hope wherever you are, it's not as dreary and wet and cold and awful as it will probably be here. But next time I do one of these, I don't know, maybe I'll have some cool news to share, or maybe I will have come to the realization that I am not going to get an agent for any of my books, in which case the next thing I'm going to do, slams hand down dramatically, is self-publish a short story collection for you guys, because I want you to have something that you can hold in your hands and put on your shelf. So that'll be next, but agent first. Okay. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. I should not just call you guys. That's so influencery of me. I'm sorry. Luckily, I'm not an influencer. Take care, friends. I appreciate you.